afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend.
And a good Father's Day, everybody. And feeling like summer today, isn't it?
It's still spring.
Yeah, that's true until when? Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yes. Yeah, it's going to warm up. We'll get to the weather in just a bit. But first, a sad story. An Amish woman and a horse are dead after a semi rear-ended their buggy early this morning.
Top U.S. officials try to ease tensions with China. I'm Skyler Henry at the White House with the breakthroughs and the diplomatic sticking points between the two superpowers.
And we celebrate Juneteenth today, the day the last enslaved African Americans in the U.S. learned of their emancipation.
Let's take a look outside. Good day to get out on the links, I guess. You know, it's a dry heat.
It's summertime, almost summer.
It's almost summer, and it's going to warm up as the week goes along. Greg's out in the backyard. Going to hit 90?
I think some areas have already hit 90. I don't know if Madison will hit it this week, but come fairly close to what we're seeing out there. But like I said, it is a dry heat right now. As we look at the visible, we do have an air quality. We do have some of that smoke that's still in the air, ozone conditions. High pressure is giving us some air quality advisories. Today until 11 p.m., we may see more of that in the next few days as the air really won't move that much. Overall, cloud track, visible cloud track has a cloud cover has developed up to the north, kind of where they saw the rainfall yesterday, La Crosse down to Viroqua. Otherwise, we see a few little cumulus here and there, but it's been fairly clear skies. Hazy, though, with the sun, with the smoke out there. Temperatures, 90 all the way out to the west there. Actually, Lone Rock's hit 92, 86 at Madison. We were 87 a few hours ago, too. You notice that all the temperatures there. The one thing to note as we zoom out, the higher temperatures or the hotter conditions are just to the west in the plains, actually, where they're seeing 90s, even approaching 100 in a few spots. As mentioned, it is a dry heat because if you look at the relative humidity, we're down to 31%, even 28% in certain areas. So that basically makes the apparent temperature or the feel-like temperature lower than the actual temperature. So right now it's 86, but the apparent temperature or feel-like temperature outside of Madison is like 84 or 83. So we're going to see that relative humidity stay quite low. Wind speeds right now 5 to 10. We've seen some mixing of 15 miles per hour, but overall fire weather concerns are not a problem with the winds. This evening we should cool back down to about 70 by 10 p.m. Hazy skies, warm conditions, but light east winds. Tonight we'll get down into the upper 50s. When it's drier atmosphere, we can get back in the 50s, so we'll have some relief from the heat. And as we look out, zoom out, the big picture wise, you see in the center of the part of the country, there's not much cloud cover at all. We have a low up to the northwest, which is actually producing some snow in the Cascades or the Bittertooths, and then a lot of rain with that system spinning down southeast of St. Louis. I'll break down if either of those will bring us any rainfall a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, fingers crossed. Thank you, Greg. An Amish woman is dead after a semi hit the buggy she was traveling in early this morning.
It happened around 3 a.m. west of Darlington. Our Kyle Pozorski has the details.
Tragic crash occurred here on Highway 81, killing one and leaving the other with serious injuries. Lafayette County Sheriff Reg Gill tells me their initial investigation indicates the couple were attending a gathering following Sunday worship, believing that's why they were traveling back at such a late time.
This particular gathering was young people gathering. My understanding was for a singing situation that they had going on, which is fairly common, I think, on their weekends where they worship. They have gatherings for the younger people and gathering for the elders and families, which usually ends sooner, and then these particular ones go a little later.
A 19-year-old Amish woman was killed. Her older brother, age 30, was seriously hurt and transported by helicopter to Madison. The horse that was pulling the buggy was killed as well. The buggy is completely destroyed. The sheriff further tells me the buggy was equipped with LED lights, but it is unclear if they were operable at the time of the crash. Reporting here in Darlington, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Searchers are still sifting through the woods of rural Sauk County looking for a 13-year-old boy who has not been seen in over a week. Lieutenant Steve Scram from the Sauk County Sheriff's Office said last Friday that searchers were shifting their approach to finding James Yablonsky, believing that the teen may be trying to live off the grid as a survivalist. Today, Scram said Yablonsky may have been better prepared to survive in the woods than officials first believed.
The Department of Corrections is searching for a man who was reported missing from Thompson Correctional Center in Deerfield. In 2011, 34-year-old Thaddeus Bell pleaded no contest to armed robbery charges and was sentenced to 12 years in prison and 5 years extended supervision. Bell was at the center where men classified as minimum custody are allowed to leave the facility to work in the community. He was reported missing yesterday. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call police.
The future of the state's top elections official is in jeopardy as her term is set to expire at the end of the month.
Political reporter Will Keneally joins us with more. Will?
So Wisconsin has a very decentralized process. The person actually running your election is your local city clerk. Much of the security and statewide organization is done by the Wisconsin Elections Commission, led by Megan Wolf. Now, her current term ends by the end of June. She could be reappointed by the 6-member board that oversees her agency, but she faces confirmation in the state Senate, which looks unlikely. Now, we asked Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu at the State Republican Party convention this weekend why he thinks that she would fail a confirmation vote.
Her mismanagement of the 2020 election. I'm doubtful that she would get to 17 votes in our caucus.
Wolf took over the agency after former Administrator Mike Haas was similarly rejected by the state Senate. In a letter written to clerks, Wolf wrote that her time at the agency has been marked by many successful elections. And she added that whoever is at the helm of the agency next month, she hopes will add stability to the state's elections process.
Well, thank you. Darlington police arrested a man last week in connection with a months-long investigation into child sexual assaults. He's one of 5 men arrested as part of the investigation. 24-year-old Ruben Hernandez Alacron of Darlington is charged with repeated sexual assault of a child. Police said a group of men had sexual contacts with a group of girls they were acquainted with, including one as young as 12. The assaults are believed to have been isolated incidents. Some of the men lacked proper documentation to be in the U.S. and were also referred to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
As we mentioned at the top of the show, today is Juneteenth, and celebrations took place across the state, including in Milwaukee. The city held its annual Juneteenth parade this morning.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody! You should be here!
2023 marks the 52nd recognition of Juneteenth in Milwaukee, making that city's celebration one of the longest running in the country. It's also one of the largest Juneteenth celebrations in the country. Governor Tony Evers was one of many dignitaries that walked the miles-long parade route, along with other state and Milwaukee politicians.
A submarine on a tourist expedition to explore the wreckage of the Titanic has gone missing off the coast of southeastern Canada. That's according to the private company that operates the vessel. Ocean Gate Expeditions said in a brief statement today that it was mobilizing all options to rescue those on board the vessel. It was not immediately clear how many people were missing. The expedition, which cost $250,000 per person, starts in St. John's, Newfoundland, before heading out approximately 400 miles into the Atlantic to the wreckage site.
Johnsonville is recalling more than 42,000 pounds of its Better with Cheddar sausages. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the ready-to-eat pork links may be contaminated with thin black strands of plastic. There have been no reports of illness or injury. The voluntary recall covers 14-ounce packages of Johnsonville Better with Cheddar smoked sausages. They were produced on January 26th. Of 2023.
Today, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources warned anglers and boaters of a potential increase in fish kills. DNR officials said warmer water temperatures, increased pathogens, environmental issues, and thermal stress can lead to an increase in fish die-offs. Biologists investigate fish kills to determine what caused them. It's important to notify biologists of kills as soon as possible because dead fish decay quickly in warm temperatures and water conditions. Anyone who sees a fish kill event should report it to their local fish biologist or call the DNR tip line. That's 1-800-847-9367. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, wrapped up a 2-day trip to Beijing, saying the U.S. has no illusions about the challenges of managing its relationship with China.
The comments follow Blinken's high-stakes meeting with China's President Xi Jinping. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken spent 30 minutes face-to-face with China's President Xi Jinping.
The United States and China have an obligation to responsibly manage our relationship.
The high-stakes visit an effort to ease tensions between the two countries.
Progress is hard. It takes time, and it's not the product of one visit, one trip, one conversation. My hope and expectation is we will have better communications, better engagement going forward.
While Secretary Blinken says both see a need to stabilize the relationship, China did not agree to move forward with reestablishing military-to-military communications.
I think that's an issue that we have to keep working on. It is very important that we restore those channels.
The two sides have agreed to continue to talk, but differences remain on key issues, from trade to Taiwan. China's top diplomat says his country has no room to compromise on Taiwan, emphasizing China opposes the democratic island's independence.
China's sending a message, hey, we're in charge now. You're finished, to the West and to the United States. And I think it's indicative of what they hope to achieve.
Secretary Blinken says he expects more diplomatic engagement in the coming weeks and months. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And Blinken also emphasized possible cooperation between the two nations in areas of mutual interest, including climate and public health.
Holiday weekend celebrations in several cities were torn apart by gunfire. At least 12 people were killed since Friday. At a Juneteenth celebration in Willowbrook, Illinois, 1 dead, 22 injured. At a party in St. Louis, 1 dead, 9 injured, all teenagers. A music festival in Washington, a nightclub in Georgia, a house party in California, more than a dozen mass shootings, nearly 100 people injured, and that was just this weekend.
Let me be clear. We will not tolerate such acts of violence in our community.
So far this year, more than 800 children and teenagers have been killed by guns, which includes homicides and suicides. And it's part of a startling trend. Looking at CDC data, a new report by the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence found 2021 set a record for the most deaths ever. Nearly 49,000.
Well, one of the wonders of nature is playing out right now on beaches in the U.S. and all around the world. 2 loggerhead sea turtles laid their eggs on a beach along Spain's Mediterranean coast. The females returned to lay their eggs in the same coastal areas where they hatched decades earlier. Scientists placed some of the eggs in an incubator. When they hatch, they'll be part of a program to help increase the turtles' survival.
Isn't that fascinating?
It is fascinating how they find their way back to the same spot.
My dad was on the turtle team for years and years. They walk the beach at dawn to look for the turtle tracks and then find the nests and count the eggs.
And
it's incredible.
Same spot.
Yeah.
It's like monarchs.
Yeah, exactly.
Nature's fascinating. Well, you're probably aware that mostly young people use TikTok to try to influence people and make money from pushing products.
Well, mostly young people, but not all. When we come back, we'll meet the new generation of TikTokers.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. The Tommy Van Ness team has a real passion for real estate and would love to work with you on buying and selling your house. We are a multi-award winning team with over $500 million in sales.
Our strong work ethic and negotiation skills will help guide you through the buying or selling process. If you're considering buying or selling in 2023, now is the time.
Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well, windows to take in the beautiful future, and is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living, built with the help of angels.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, it was the one that got away. Sort of.
A fishing crew lost out on millions of dollars in prize money after catching a 619-pound blue marlin. The team was competing in the Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament in Moorhead, North Carolina on Saturday. They spent 6 hours bringing in the massive fish, thinking that they had won the big prize, which would have been $3.5 million. But unfortunately, judges and biologists disqualified the catch because there was evidence it had been bitten by a shark before it was caught. A different crew brought in a 484-pound blue marlin and won first place at the tournament, as well as the prize money. Why would that disqualify it?
That's what I was just going to ask. I don't know. Yeah.
It would weigh even more if there wasn't a chunk out of it.
Exactly, right.
Well, most doctors in the U.S. screen for obesity by using a measure called body mass index, or BMI.
A BMI over 25 is overweight. 30 or above is considered obese. But recently, there's been a shift away from BMI as the measure of your individual health risk. Last week, the American Medical Association adopted a new policy on the body mass index. It acknowledges that BMI doesn't differentiate between lean and fat body mass, and it doesn't account for differences between racial and ethnic groups, gender, or age.
Well, new released research appears to debunk the popular belief that heavy drinkers can hold their liquor. According to the study, people with alcohol use disorder, that used to be called alcoholism, were significantly impaired up to 3 hours after downing several drinks. Researchers tested various types of drinkers with a beverage equivalent to 4 or 5 drinks. Both heavy drinkers and those with alcohol use disorder had no problems with the cognitive test 30 minutes after consuming the drinks, whereas lighter drinkers felt sedated and fatigued. But both groups still had trouble with their motor function.
Homeowners insurance, as you know, is becoming more expensive and in many places more difficult to find. The culprit? Climate change, rising costs to rebuild or make repairs, and a sharp increase in the premiums from reinsurance companies that are used by insurers to limit their risks. In Florida, some major insurance companies have already pulled out of the state, leaving homeowners paying premiums nearly 4 times higher than those paid elsewhere in the country. Hurricane risk, of course, is part of Florida's problem. Hurricane Ian last year was the most expensive storm ever to hit the Sunshine State.
No stock prices to report today as Wall Street is closed for the Juneteenth holiday. Well, if you're scrolling through TikTok, you might see more and more older people popping up on your feed.
These so-called grandfluencers are the newest generation of influencers.
And they're taking the social media app by storm. Vanessa Yurkovich reports.
6 strangers picked to live in a house and have their lives taped for social media.
I got me so bathing,
This isn't exactly the real-world house. These 6 strangers are well into retirement age. But their TikTok, The Retirement House, is anything but. These seniors who are doing a bit of acting are pumping out curated content, rivaling influencers more than half their age, while amassing more than 5 million followers. They're called Grandfluencers and are pulling in huge brand deals. The creator economy is worth $250 billion and could double to $480 billion by 2027.
It was good for me.
The Retirement House promoting CeraVe. 4 friends from Palm Springs, known as the Old Gays on TikTok and have 11 million followers, partnered with Hyundai.
First look at Hyundai.
And Chobani took notice of 74-year-old Lynn Davis's cooking videos and her 15.7 million followers.
Darn, that's good.
62-year-old Helen Polisi is approaching 1 million followers on TikTok.
It's daunting to think about that many people because it's like populations of cities. Here we go.
Polisi found TikTok over the pandemic, a distraction and a way to have fun.
Was there a point that this turned into more of a business?
Some people would ask me, oh, how did you do that transition? How did you figure that out? So I said, I'll make a tutorial for you. And that was the turning point in the social media for me.
Instead of brand deals, she's teaching her followers how to TikTok through paid tutorials. It started with mostly older people, but now it's younger people too.
I'm really good at technology, probably better than a lot of young people. So I want to highlight that it's okay to get older. I feel more authentic. I'm not afraid to be myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's really helpful on social media, especially.
And for older influencers, success comes in the form of connection to millions of people, often a quarter of their age.
It also opens up a lot of community. I have more friends than I can count, and I have more friends who are like 25 and 30 than 75, 80-year-olds.
At 78, Deborah Rappaport has found a new audience for her sustainable wearable art on Instagram. She's able to promote her upcoming shows, workshops, and sell what she's made.
And I've modeled this naked.
To her nearly 60,000 Instagram followers.
Why do you think they're attracted to you?
I think young people are craving authenticity, and that's what I try to encourage.
Is being older actually an asset on social media?
Totally, totally. Not only on social media, but in life itself. I'm not afraid at 78 to put myself out there and say, this is who I am, this is what I do. I've been doing it a very long time. I don't intend to stop.
For many Grandfluencers, this is fun and doesn't feel like work. Even while we filmed with Polisi, she was capturing her very next TikTok. And I know it's gonna be. Vanessa Yurkevich, CNN, New York.
All right, we got to get busy.
There you go. Here's our second chapter right here. Yeah.
Mark and Susan, we'll come up with something.
Yes.
You can bake.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. No singing or dancing.
No singing or dancing. We'll get ready for some kitty influencers in the form of Rip and his sister Beth.
There are pets of the week this week from the Dane County Humane Society. What a face. We'll meet them coming up after Greg's first warn forecast. Oh my goodness.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning. Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and we will send you local breaking news as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
You got me.
Tag. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Well, take a look at this. The only thing wilder than the recent severe weather that socked the Southwest was some of the video captured during an event like this shot of a seemingly endless lightning storm over Pensacola, Florida. Captured from a plane flying overhead, the passenger who shot the video says it was one of the most incredible things he's ever seen. Concertgoers in coastal Alabama also caught the long-lasting light show at a James Taylor concert.
This one's just for you, Greg. Have you ever seen anything like that? That is
in the
really
mountains.
cool.
I have. It's been continuous lightning. The good thing is that's a lot of in-cloud lightning, not a lot of cloud-to-ground strikes. So that's the more safe stuff.
That's spectacular.
Yeah.
We could use something.
Well, I was in lacrosse this week and I got something.
What do you got here?
Oh, picked up a little cat right there.
Little friend. Weather Center mascot.
Oh, yeah. Very calm. Really calm kitty.
One of our pets of the week coming up.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, so maybe some rain next weekend.
Yeah, I think changes could be coming that next weekend. Unfortunately, like I said, widespread precipitation. When you're in a drought, it's very hard, especially when we're in an El Nino type pattern, which is very resemblance of, and that's why the Southeast has gotten pounded with it so much.
It's like living in the desert. Hot during the day, cool at night.
Well, I know. I feel like I'm back in Nevada, too. Unfortunately, up those areas, I've actually picked up snow with a system out there. So, but we got hot temperatures. The good news, it's dry. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean rain. I'll break all that down after the break.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
There are exciting changes at Vitense Golfland. The practice and entertainment experience on the golf range is now even better. The new second level of golf suites offers fantastic elevated views, free top tracer, along with all the usual great amenities. In the heated and covered golf suites, relax in comfortable chairs and bar top tables as you enjoy food and drink items of the Signature Hole Grill and Bar, served by friendly wait staff. Also, enjoy watching sporting events while you practice and play. Watch, eat, practice, and play in the golf suites at Vitense Golfland.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and exercise add to the struggle. Today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
I'm
Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too.
And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other.
That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see a lot of precipitation. Some areas far western viewers, northwestern viewers saw some yesterday. But really, as we look for the next 7 days, the one thing to notice is the low humidity values in the 20%. So fire danger is still going to be there at least through Friday. Hazy dew with smoke, and then the precipitation chances do return Sunday into Monday. Right now, a little bit of uncertainty how far south we'll get them, or they'll stay west, but it looks to be the best chance, at least in the next 7 days, to see some rainfall. Temperatures real warm to hot conditions. Like I said, it's going to be a dry heat, so we won't be dealing with a heat index because the actual feel-like temperature will be lower than the actual temperature as we're seeing today. Cooler, more reasonable temperatures look like maybe next week. I think we'll get in a different northwest flow. Big picture, really, we're between two systems, one to the northwest that's really putting snowfall in the mountains, and then obviously we got the other system to the southeast, which has really been hammering them with a lot of rain. And really over the next several days, you're just going to see wave after wave get closer into the plains, but then fall apart as it gets closer to us. So through Tuesday, that's one of them. Then Wednesday, you'll see another one that'll begin to develop too out to the plains. So that system out to the west will begin to approach, but it's going to take its time, and really it's going to be lifting north as we get towards Thursday and Friday. Then we'll start maybe seeing a little bit increase in the moisture, but overall it's going to be at least probably through Saturday till we see good chances of rainfall coming in. As you would notice, watch that system. You'll see the little yellow colors. That little system comes up, lifts north, and then that's the one that could provide an opportunity as it rides the jet over to our area by Monday, Sunday into Monday, to give us a shot of rain. A lot of still uncertainty. It could go to the north and miss us, and we stay dry, and all the precipitation stays to the north. Overall, if you look at the next 7 days, this is the rainfall. It is more focused to the north with that system. As you zoom out, you can see really where all the rainfall is in the U.S., really right where the plains, where those waves develop, and as you go further southeast, they continue to get hit. It's going to go up to the east coast then too eventually with all that rainfall. So there's some signs, but unfortunately not real strong ones yet. Overnight tonight, we'll just deal with the hazy conditions, that east wind through this evening hour. Our temperatures will slowly decrease through the nighttime as we get closer to 9 to 10 o'clock. We'll be in the 70s with that light easterly wind. Going overnight, we'll get down into the upper 50s. The one thing with the drier atmosphere like this, it does allow the temperatures overnight to get into the mid 50s, even low 50s, so you can feel a little bit refreshed overnight. As we go into tomorrow, the wind still, that easterly wind will continue. We should see temperatures then once again get up into the mid to upper 80s. Southwest, as you go further from the lake, you'll probably get up into the 90s. Once again, the heat index will not be a problem. It'll be a dry heat, really. And as we go into Tuesday night, very similar to what we've had tonight, easterly winds getting back down to the 70s. So as you look at the heat index, like I mentioned, although it will be warm, if you track this out, this is the actual temperature. We'll get up to 86, 87, and then it falls back down, of course, tomorrow night. But if you look at the heat index, it really actually goes lower than the actual temperature tomorrow because of the drier conditions. So if you want to cool off, go into a shade and you'll probably feel 3 to 4 degrees cooler. So this is why it's called a dry heat. The humidity levels are not that high. Unfortunately, that does not mean we're going to see much rainfall with this thing. We do have smoke going on. That's one thing we'll be tracking through the week. But as you look at the 10-day forecast, the rain chances really don't appear until we get to Saturday night, and then especially Sunday into Monday. That looks the best chance to see rainfall. Some indications it could linger into Tuesday as you see our temperatures get back to seasonal levels. I love to say it's going to rain like cats and dogs come Sunday and Monday, but that doesn't look like right now. We'll see if that materializes, but definitely it's going to be hot this week, and unfortunately no widespread rainfall. So be careful out there in the hot pavements, hot cars, and fire danger out there too, you guys.
All right, Greg, thank you. Speaking of cats and dogs, well, just cats. It's time to introduce you to our pets of the week. the Dane County Humane Society. Lisa Bernard is here.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
I'm like, I don't want to keep my voice down because the one you're holding, Mark, is sound asleep.
So tell us about
it's
these.
So cute. Look at that.
They are adorable. So Susan, you have Beth, and Mark, you have Rip. They're brother and sister. They were among 4 kittens found on a boat that was in storage in Middleton.
Wow.
Back in May, mid-May. So they were very small when they came to us, so we needed to put them with one of our wonderful foster volunteers to take care of them, and they just came back today, this afternoon, in fact, and they're ready to find their new families.
They're both asleep now.
I know, look at this. It's so
nice.
easy.
I think it's nice and warm under the lights here, and they're so calm. Do you have any idea how old they are?
They're almost 2 months, they think.
Okay.
So just by their teeth and their size, and so.
Would you like them to go together?
They can, but they don't have to.
They're pretty young.
They are pretty young, so they both, believe it or not, they both love to play.
I'm gonna say this is not usual for a kitten.
No, they've had a lot going on today.
Well, they go and then they crash.
Yes, yes, and Rip, from what the foster said, loves to go, chasing balls, playing with wand toys, and then he'll climb in your lap to crash. Whereas Beth loves to play by crawling into paper bags and boxes or tunnels. So.
Oh, they couldn't be sweeter.
They are so adorable and so soft.
They are soft.
And what are some of the things you want to be thinking about when you bring a kitten home?
So I know some people sometimes are concerned about the size of their place compared to the size of a kitten. So, you know, maybe starting them off in one room, setting up a bedroom perhaps, or an office or something with their litter box, some water, and you bring their food in. That way they can get used to one place at a time, and then that'll be like their place where they go to hide. It'll be their secure zone, so they know it's a safe place.
And you said these 2 are fosters, and you are looking for more foster homes.
We are. We're always looking for more foster homes. We just updated our foster webpage to show which animals right now need a foster home while they're waiting for new families.
And why do they go to a foster?
So sometimes they need a break from the shelter because they've been there for a while. Sometimes they're recovering from a injury or an illness, or sometimes they're like these 2 kittens where they're too small to be adopted just yet.
All right.
So,
they help out a lot, the fosters.
Yes, they do amazing work. We're so appreciative of all of our foster families.
All right, last time we had a bigger animal, a bigger dog.
I know, I went small this time, huge last time. Isadora.
And Isadora is still available.
She is still available. She's in a quieter area of the shelter, so if you're interested in her, please ask for her in our adoption center.
Look at that smile.
She needs to warm up to you. That's the issue with her, I think.
Yeah, but then she's so snuggly and lovey and loves to play, so she's really sweet.
Can you hear him purring? I don't know if your microphone can pick it up. It's so loud. Oh, they are so precious.
So
look at this one. Now she's sound asleep.
Beth and Rip.
Yeah,
Hi.
I should mention too, I noticed our wait list to meet animals one-on-one is closed right now because they're getting 12 animals ready to go home.
Oh, that's great.
From the weekend.
That is great.
Check them out tomorrow. 2 p.m. is when our adoption center opens.
Look at him. You like a butt rub, huh? Oh, yes, that's good.
I don't know, he might be staying here.
If you're interested in adopting Rip or Beth, check out all the animals at the Dane County Humane Society. Go to giveshelter.org.
I can't move. What am I going to do?
Lisa, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Great to see you.
Great seeing you.
Coming up next year on Live Before, we continue to celebrate Juneteenth.
And then coming up next hour at 5, everybody knows we haven't gotten much rain, but just how much impact is the weather having for our local farmers and our crops? Our Catherine Merck has that story coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Fry Construction for Best Roofer, Windows and Doors, Kitchen and Bath Design, and Best Home Repair. Vote today for Fry Construction on MadisonMagazine.com.
If you're looking for the best way to buy a pre-owned Honda, look no further than Honda True. You get less to worry about and more benefits. choose from 3 different tiers with up to 10 model years of Honda vehicles. Inspected by a Honda-trained technician. Discover why Honda True means less compromise and more of what you love about Honda.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Like that bomb went off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody listens.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
We gave the weather satellite a spin. We end up in Evergreen, Colorado, outside of Denver. 92. Speaking of the mountains, those kittens were named after characters on Yellowstone.
That's right, Rip and Beth.
So there you have it. It all ties together. 92. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Juneteenth marks the day the last enslaved African Americans in the U.S. learned of their emancipation.
Today, celebrations are taking place across the country, but for one woman, the story of Juneteenth is personal. Danya Backus shares her story.
For Dr. Joyce Ritchie, Juneteenth isn't just a holiday. It's part of her family history.
She used to share like the oral history to our family members.
Ritchie's great-grandmother, Rena Terry Watson, was born into slavery in Georgia. Her family has traced their roots through slave trade papers and marriage certificates from the 1800s. There was a profile on her great-grandmother in a local newspaper when she was 110 years old that helped the family connect the dots to Juneteenth.
Her master did not tell his slaves they were free until the Yankees came and made him tell them, she said.
Juneteenth marks the date in 1865 when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to announce all enslaved people were free. It was nearly 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
I always recognized it almost as a Texas holiday, to be totally honest with you. And so just to read that history, and I can't tell you how excited I was to see it. I immediately wanted to share it, especially with our, younger generation.
And share it, they have. Every couple of years, her extended family gets together for reunions. Hundreds of family members celebrating their rich history and honoring those who paved the way.
She forgave them. If we can kind of learn from that, that would be powerful.
A powerful family history lesson that can apply to all. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Richie's great-grandmother also said the plantation owner was told to give enslaved families 10 acres and a whole ham. They never received the land, only a hogshead.
Important day in history, for sure. Well, still to come at 4, what did you do for Father's Day weekend?
Well, we know what you didn't do. Go to the movies, apparently. Our Will Loper has the meager box office numbers when Live at 4 continues.
Just because your vehicle comes to a screeching halt doesn't mean your life needs to. Will we fix that unfixable bumper that totally wasn't your fault? Yes. We'll even give you a free estimate within 48 hours or less. Guaranteed. We pride ourselves in being a fun, great place to work, and where our teammates always look out for each other. Oh, hey, Julia, you wanted Saturdays off to spend with your family, right?
Yeah.
Can she have that? Yes. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
Imagine this. It's 1968, and the mayor of Milwaukee says nope to Summerfest. How many bands would you have never seen? And how many lakeside selfies just wouldn't exist? You'd never have met your new best friend while singing along to every song. Or know the feeling of hitting all 12 stages before the headliner. Thankfully, 55 years ago, Summerfest was a yes. And every year since has been one to remember. Don't miss Milwaukee Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Well, here's my grandnephew and niece playing with a styrofoam airplane that's over the weekend. It's designed to come back to you. First toss was a miss, but Brody really got some air on the second one. Came right back to him, that's for sure. He was down but not out. His sister Zoe doesn't have quite the arm, so no worries there. Boy, he got bonked.
Way to go, Brody. You're going to go viral at young age. That's
He's
funny.
fine.
Yeah,
he's
he
fine.
didn't cry.
No, he's fine.
He got right up.
What's styrofoam?
Yeah, I know, but that was...
I think he's more shocked than anything else.
That's funny.
Well, apparently not a lot of people took dear old dad to the movies on Father's Day.
The box office numbers were underwhelming. Here's our film critic, Will Loper, with the numbers.
Well, Mark and Susan, it was a rough weekend at the box office for new releases. Both The Flash and Elemental underperformed. DC's The Flash made just $55 million, less than Black Adam, while Pixar's Elemental made just $29 million, its second worst opening ever. What's worse, both movies had a budget of at least $200 million.
Hi.
I love you.
The Flash is the latest DC Extended Universe film, following Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, as the superhero who can run really fast. He discovers he can run so fast he can go back in time.
But Bruce, I can fix things.
Barry decides to go back to prevent his mother's death, but in doing so finds himself in another timeline where he already exists.
This is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
Ezra Miller's Flash works best as a supporting character. In this film, two of them is too much. Michael Keaton's return as Batman and Sasha Calle as Supergirl are highlights, however, and the movie is best when it features those two.
Let's get nuts.
Despite some really terrible CGI, The Flash manages to be a breezy enough superhero flick that entertains during its runtime and is worth seeing. Also in theaters, Pixar's Elemental. The film's $29 million opening weekend is only better than the studio's first film back in 1995, Toy Story.
Meet the residents of Element City.
The film introduces us to the world of elements, in which all beings are either air, earth, water, or fire people.
We run a little hot.
When a water element named Wade meets a fire element, Ember, the two initially clash, but over the course of the movie, they begin to fall for each other, despite being opposites.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix. Hey! Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life?
The film explores themes of immigration and prejudices, and celebrating differences rather than letting them divide. And of course, the animation is beautiful as always.
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do.
But the writing mostly remains surface level, with lame puns dominating the dialogue.
Earth can be a little seedy.
The plot is also muddled. With no bad guy to drive the plot and Ember's actions along, the film is more internal and never quite feels satisfying.
You see? He likes it.
Little kids will still have a blast, but Elemental lands near the bottom of Pixar movies. You may want to wait until it's on Disney+. Over on streaming services, new on Hulu Thursdays, the second season of The Bear.
It's a facelift, it's not a gut.
Bear, it is a facelift and a gut.
The show about a beef sandwich shop in Chicago continues the behind-the-scenes drama of a kitchen.
I'm trying to start from a place of positivity.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, something for everybody this week.
All right, we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Get 11% off all concrete landscaping blocks from Menards. Check out our huge selection of landscaping blocks, including interlock edgers, that are now only 99 cents each after rebate. Keep a variety of birds coming back to your feeder with Enchanted Garden Wild Bird Food. We carry a great selection of high-quality blends to ensure only the best for your backyard friends. Get a 40-pound bag of wild bird food for just $14.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The history of your home is in your air ducts. Every soccer match, every game of fetch, every home improvement project accumulates dirt and dust in your ductwork, impacting the efficiency of your HVAC system and the air quality of your home. Combat the buildup of everyday living with a whole system air duct cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians extract contaminants from your ducts into our specialized cleaning trucks, so you dust less and your family breathes easier with cleaner indoor air. Go online to schedule your free estimate today.
Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote online today for Don's Home Furniture and Best Furniture, Best Home Accessories, and Best Outdoor Living. Vote for Don's Home Furniture Best of Madison at madisonmagazine.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
We're heading outside to celebrate the great trails we have here at the 608. Tomorrow, Josh previews a weekend event full of interactive fun for every age and ability.
And temperatures will continue to warm up. For more details, tune in tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths, and after the game is over, join us for the Mallards Pride Night, Friday, June 23rd against the Green Bay Rockers with fireworks after the game. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball.
After starting off in the upper 50s, we'll climb back into the upper 80s to near 90 for the afternoon hours, and then that hot conditions continue throughout the week with the next best chance for rain coming Sunday night into Monday, along with some cooler temperatures. We'll be back with more news and weather after the break.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with 4 of my best-selling playgroup sectionals, like my stylish playbook, highly rated Playscape, buttery soft playroom, and my 4-piece playground. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Hooper for Best Plumber and Best Heating and Cooling. Vote for Hooper and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
First Choice Dental's got going to the dentist solved. And when you've got 11 convenient neighborhood clinics, you can solve a lot of problems, like helping you get in and get back to your busy day with snap appointments. Schedule your appointment at firstchoicedental.com.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill for Best Sports Bar. Vote today for Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with 4 power reclined sofas, only $7.99 each, like my two-tone Sonoma, my buttery soft Trevor, my classic Forte, and my sleek and stylish Rogue. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
In today's Final Touch, an unbelievable and improbable underwater rescue.
And it was all caught on camera. It happened in Pensacola as a responding deputy arrived to help motorists trapped in rising floodwaters. Things went from bad to unbelievable as both the deputy and another man were suddenly sucked underwater. The pair were swept through a drainage pipe, traveling for roughly 30 seconds underneath a 4-lane highway before re-emerging unscathed, 100 feet on the other side. The lucky to be alive deputy went right back to doing his duty, but not before commiserating with his close call compadre.
Wow.
They're lucky to be alive.
Yes, they are.
It's a cliche, but that's very true. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.